Hi guys, so I chose to do the book Ice Age Animals, which is written by Rupert Matthews, and then the artist is Colin Newman. And then I chose this book because I think it's really cool laid out. It has 10 different sections, and it starts at the beginning of the Ice Age all the way to the end of the Ice Age. And I think it'd be a really good book to do during circle time. That way you could read the different sections, and you wouldn't have to read the book all at once because it's kind of lengthy. And so I'm going to choose to read a page to you, and this one is on the tundra. So the weather of the tundra is extremely severe. For most of the year, thick snow and freezing temperatures ensure that little survives. However, during the first few weeks of summer, temperatures rise to as high as 30 degrees Celsius. The snow melts and a rich carpet of grasses and other plants quickly grows and covers the ground. Thousands of insects come out of winter hibernation, and large flocks of birds fly into the region. This burst of life is short-lived. The icy cold and snow of winter soon returns. Many animals lived on the tundra in the Ice Age. The woolly rhinoceros was very well adapted to a life in a cold climate. To protect itself against the cold, the woolly rhinoceros had a thick furry coat. The coat was in two layers. Closest to the skin, it grew soft black fur, which kept the animal warm. Reddish hairs covered the black fur, keeping out the wind and snow. During the short tundra summer, the woolly rhinoceros probably ate huge amounts of grass and herbs. This was converted into fat, which helped it survive through the winter and when the food was scarce. So I think this page is really cool in the whole book, just because it has key words, key vocabulary words highlighted, such as hibernation. And in elementary school, that's probably the first time they're going to be hearing that word, so you can really stop and dig into the vocabulary, which I think is really cool. And then throughout the book, it kind of has chronological order of different animals, and then how the Ice Age warmed up into forest, and then it kept warming up, and then the animals adapted and they got bigger, and then finally at the end it talks about the end of the Ice Age, which I think is really interesting because it was really cold and snowy, and then all of a sudden it's warm, and so the kids kind of understand this is how it happened. So now I'm going to get into my standards, and so I chose grade for the ODE Social Studies strand and topic. I chose grade 2 in the history strand, and for the content statement, I chose time can be shown graphically and on calendars and timelines, just because I think it's really cool. This is almost like its own timeline in the book. It shows, and the sections really show it, the coming of the Ice Age, and it goes all the way down to the changing of the habitats, to the tundra, to the forest, and then the end of the Ice Age. So it's almost like a timeline in the book. And then also change over time can be shown with artifacts, maps, and photographs. And I think the changes over time really show with the photographs. First it's really snowy, and then by the end of the book there's absolutely no snow and there's a lot of forest. And then the Common Core standard I chose was to ask and answer such questions such as who, what, where, when, how, and why to demonstrate a key understanding of text. So who was involved with the Ice Age? How did those animals kind of adapt, and how did they change? Also, where was the Ice Age? Where did it take place? When did it take place? And why did the Ice Age happen? So I think those are really key points that you could really demonstrate throughout the circle time and the days working on this kind of history. Thanks, guys.